address or existence, just my point of view. Home is what I want, home is what I dream to do.
The mission of the Dorothy Day Center for Faith and Justice is to challenge and support students as they deepen their spiritual lives, pursue justice, and promote pluralism.
This is how we do it.
Well, as a first year, when I came into Xavier, I came from a very big city in Chicago, and I was always very involved. I was part of the parish, I was also part of a youth center, and also part of my high school. To me, service has always been something that I have been able to go back into and take time for myself and reflect and also be there for others. So when it came down to connections, I was part of Manresa, and they were talking a lot about the Center for Faith and Justice and how there were many opportunities for first years to be able to get involved and to be able to be part of the community, and at the same time grow in a community with their small groups, to be able to get to know each other and be there for each other. So Connections for me has been a great opportunity to be able to get off campus, get to know the community, get to know history about Cincinnati, get to know other people while serving them, and also being able to have those 9 other people that were in my group to just talk to for 2.5 hours every Wednesday that we would go out and do service.
I asked my friends who had previously gone on the retreat to learn about it, and they said that it was open to all students and regardless of your faith background, and that it was also driven by people's personal stories, so of the stories of both the participants and the leaders. So I thought that was really cool. So I went into the retreat hoping to strengthen old friendships as well as make new friendships, and also as well to gain a greater understanding of my relationship with God. And I found that the Approach retreat was very similar to Kairos, but it was also very different and unique and great in its own way. Approach was a great way to take a break from the stressful and chaotic academic year, and also just to reconnect with other people, with myself, and with my relationship with God. One of my favorite moments from the retreat was when a few of us stayed up late the first night just talking. We shared just our hopes, our dreams, our worries, and our fears with one another. We shared funny and embarrassing stories, and we just basically talked about our lives, and that was really exciting to me. I remembered I ate so much junk food and so much snacks that I thought I had gained a freshman 15 in like a day. What was really great about Approach is really the open and supporting atmosphere that made you feel really welcomed, and I was able to open up to others who I wouldn't have had the chance to open up to before. And through this, I was able to form really deep and meaningful relationships with people, and I'm still good friends with some of those people today. The Approach retreat is really great for me to find myself away from the world so I can be the best self that I can be when I enter back into it. So my freshman year, I went on alternative breaks to West Virginia, and it's one of the oldest alternative breaks trips, and for me, it was perfect. It was a wonderful experience. It came at a time that I really needed it. I was kind of at the point where I needed to bridge that gap between who I was from St. Louis and in high school and who I was here. So I heard about alternative breaks, and it sounded like a great opportunity. I learned about mountaintop removal, which is an issue that I hadn't heard about before. So divulging myself into the Appalachian culture and mountaintop removal and sustainability was a great kickstart to my college career that I never would have expected. I also met Jeannie, who to this day is easily one of the coolest people I've ever met. She lived a very simple lifestyle and introduced us to the Appalachian culture in a completely unique way. She introduced us to people and really connected us to the town and where she lived and what it was like for her and her experiences
and then seeing this culture from a totally new light, from the elderly, from her neighbors, living back in the hollows of West Virginia. And it was the first time that I really understood that service could also just be connecting with people. And there's this huge human factor to it that to this day I really, really value.
Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do.
I was involved with the Muslim Student Organization during my junior and senior years here at Xavier. So Dorothy Day Center for Faith and Justice was really supportive, and I can't imagine having been such a successful organization, or even like starting and getting the organization off of the ground, had CFJ not been there. I see it totally as a safe space where we could come and just creatively brainstorm and express who we are as students and as people of faith, whatever that means, whatever the definition may be. And we were always approached with, you know, here are opportunities that your student organization can do. Are you interested in this? Would you like to do this? And we were also, you know, challenged to present our own initiatives and programs and projects as students of the Muslim Student Association. So it was a really great experience.
I can change the world with my own two hands, make it a better place with my own.
The summer service program involves staying in a community of socially engaged students. We all stay in the Brockman residence, and we all work about 35 hours a week at different organizations all over Cincinnati. It involves getting really close with your community and learning from them and teaching them and just using each other to get the best out of the summer. It lasts about 2 months, and it is a very intense 2 months. I worked with a Cincinnati organization named Working in Neighborhoods, which worked in Cincinnati neighborhoods of Millvale and Northside to work on foreclosed housing. And foreclosed homes are basically homes that were bought by the bank, and lots of them are not taken care of. And during that time, we went around to different neighborhoods, to different people, to talk to them about what they did and did not like about their neighborhoods. And lots of the times it ended up being these foreclosed properties that were not taken care of, and so we worked to bring these people together to fix the situation. And the best part is definitely the learning that you get out of it, learning about different organizations in Cincinnati, and also that you don't feel forced to grow in a certain way. You just grow in your own way.
I am the president and founder of the Jewish Student Organization here at Xavier University. We have been a club now for going on 3 years, and I help organize Shabbat dinners, trips to Hillel, holiday services, meals, things like that. What the JSO sort of does is work for students who are either Jewish in their faith or are looking at Judaism or want to explore Judaism, and we try to provide a safe and community type feel for students to go to services, to go to Shabbat dinners, to work with Hillel, which is at University of Cincinnati right up the road, or just explore different venues of the Jewish faith and culture.
Bring you closer to everlasting love. What do you do when God moves through you?
My Christian life community was made up of a lot of different people, and what was really awesome about it was the fact that when you walked into the room,
it was just a different sort of feel than a lot of experiences that I've had in small groups. It became a place for me of a safe place where I could kind of bring the issues that were on my mind and really weighing on me as I went through my Xavier experience. What was really cool about it was that it was a space that was based in a communal faith, and it was in a communal spirituality, and we were all trying to get to a specific place and work with each other to get there. And that's what was so awesome about that original space, because it provided a foundation from which we could grow. The best part about being in a CLC for me was being challenged by people who understood the world at least similarly to me, and being supported by them as I went through my life and faced the challenges that come with growing of age and understanding yourself and your faith better.
Why do you build me up, buttercup baby, just to let me down, and mess me around, and then worst of all, you never thought, baby, when you say you will, but I love you still, I need you.
Getaway is structured with small groups between 6 to 12 students, depending on the size of the group, the overall group. And you do activities like getting to know each other. You play some really fun games. There's singing. There's lots of eating, which is also good. I think my experience at Getaway was, for one, fantastic. Mainly because it's not really necessarily a retreat in the sense of where it's highly spiritual or it's highly religious, but it's more about getting to know each other and really getting your footing in at Xavier and figuring out exactly where you fit in. I think for me, definitely my experience with Getaway was positive, because I found so many of my friends, at least for the next 4 years. There are talks with upperclassmen, which is great, because at least as a first year student, I'll be honest, I was pretty nervous coming in, and I think that it's really nice to have upperclassmen students there because they have done some of the same things that you're going to be doing, and they do have their wisdom to share. My favorite memory is the fact that there are these rocking chairs at the retreat center. And I think for some way and some reason, I always found myself around these rocking chairs with a combination of, either my classmates or upperclassmen students, and just talking about just life, ridiculous things, funny things, getting to know each other. I think it's funny because I came back, like I said, I was a first year student going on Getaway, and I came back for 3 years after that as a leader, and every time I would come back sitting in those chairs, and every time I would come back a little bit different. And from a different perspective, but yet still Getaway was one of those experiences that really allowed me to recharge my batteries for the upcoming school year.
Hi, my name is Juan Vargas. I'm a senior social work major from Chicago, Illinois.
Hi, I'm Chelsea Lips. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I'm a middle childhood education major, and I'm currently a junior.
Hi, my name is Daniel Parsley. I graduated from Xavier with a degree in music and international studies, and I'm from Cincinnati.
Hi, my name is Paula, and I'm a graduate of Xavier. I graduated with post-colonial international studies and political science in 2012, and I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Hi, my name is Ismail Tijani, and I'm a senior student here at Xavier, majoring in international studies. I reside here in Cincinnati, but I'm originally from Senegal, West Africa.
Hi, my name is Lauren Boxell. I am a senior here at Xavier University. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, and I am majoring in nursing and minoring in theology.
Hi, my name is Ellie Ross. I'm a senior from St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm a political science and international studies major.
My name is Ryan LaValle. I am 21 years old. I'm originally from West Virginia. I'm a graduate student in the occupational therapy department.